Welcome everybody, this is Sergeant Devil Dog Dave bringing you the second episode here of Ghost Recon Breakpoint Operation Greenstone. I've changed a little bit of my attire here. Got my multicam camis on, got my drill instructor hat on. I was never a drill instructor, but they make it available, so I got to wear it for a little bit anyway. So you're watching this on my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. YouTube channel is Sergeant Devil Dog Dave, The Silent Wars. And you can subscribe and you get the notification bell so you're notified when these videos are going to be uploaded. And you can make comments and make some requests and stuff. So I'm in a custom immersive mode. You can see I have my mini-map on that normally isn't on in straight immersive, but in the interest of time and trying to hunt things down, I wanted to make that available so as not to be so time consuming. That can be kind of boring when you're hunting for a chest of gear or weaponry or whatever else, and you don't have some of those technical ability, technical options in play. So that's the only reason I'm doing it, not to make it easier for myself. I've already played this game straight twice, two campaigns, one solo, one with AI, and with also in a conjunction with my son. And so played the second campaign that we did in total immersive, so that was cool. So we're gonna go into Erewhon here. Let me show you on the map. This is like the main bivouac hub safe spot, and we're gonna go ahead and go into Erewhon, and I'm gonna just kind of run through this as much as possible. So let's take a look. You'll be coming back here in the beginning probably fairly often, and then at some point it may not be necessary for you to come here. Here we go.
Stop right there. Who are you? I was invited. Who the hell are you?
Another one. We can always turn around and go back down the mountain.
Things are a little tense, you know? Just watch how you handle that weapon. We don't allow shooting in Erewhon. And what's Erewhon?
A cave, so we call it. Get in.
All right. So you're in Erewhon, no problem. And we gotta find survivors in Erewhon. We'll do that. I'm gonna try and run through a lot of the some of this upcoming dialogue with multiple characters that are gonna be you're gonna need to interface with. Here we go. Here's our first one.
You boys all right or what?
We're the only two left in our chalk.
Ken.
No radio, no Jones. Between the two of us, we got 2 rifles and 8 mags.
Locals got water here. And some supplies.
Hobbs. You won't interface with those guys anymore after this. I don't think.
Mine's blown. They're friendly more or less, but they're still keeping us on a short leash.
You boys know what took out our birds? No clue. But there are definitely hostiles out there.
Telling you, some troops out there were calling themselves wolves.
You know who we're dealing with?
Now you're dealing with me.
That's Mads. You'll be interfacing with him a lot.
You the one in charge here? Who's asking?
My call sign's Nomad. I'm the officer in charge of this operation.
By operation, I assume you mean the massively wild screw-up.
Hey, old man. You playing nice?
He's trying to find
It's
out
Maria.
why a bunch of grunts are falling from the sky into our laps, honey.
Well, someone sank a naval cargo ship off the coast. Then the entire archipelago of Erewhon went dark. Now, we were sent here to figure out what happened. Next thing we know, the choppers were taken down. Almost half of my soldiers are dead.
Best we can tell, some kind of military takeover. Sentinel, military contractors, they put this place under martial law, using the old boot-in-the-neck technique to enforce it.
Scaltech is still making all the high-tech stuff they always make. Except maybe now they're making more weapons. Not exactly the libertarian utopia Jay Skell advertised.
Where can I find Jay Skill?
The head of Skeltech himself. We haven't seen him, but his drones are keeping an eye on his islands.
So you think he's still a part of this?
I'm just not sure why.
All right. Well, I'll put figuring it out on my to-do list. For now, I see our wounded.
Yeah. One of your guys needs to rest, but he won't shut up. Calm him down, yeah? And then come find me. I'll give you the guided tour.
Alright, so that's that conversation. So that's telling you there's a compensator for LMG that's available. It tells you where. It's the right there's the Maria shop, Maria shop, Maria shop for those three. This is the one right here. This tells you where it's at. Finnbog, that's a region. I'll show you. These are the regions of Aurora, Prairie Mount, Hodgkinson, and this is Finnbog. So. Now it's telling me there's a weapon, SC-20, assault rifle. Let's see, where is that? No. There we go. Let's see, alphabetical order here. SC-20. No, right here. Tell you, so when you put your cursor over it, it'll tell you generally where it's at. It says in the northeastern part of Mount Hodgkinson, I cannot say that tonight, province, in the Bald Peak mine, north of Forbidden Wood and east of Star Sage. And you can go chasing all that if you want to. We'll get there. I'll explain that later. But you'll save yourself, you know, multiple trips rather than chasing after every single thing. Unless it's unless you want to do that. Unless you want to do that, it's cool. You want to go find all the weapons and all that kind of stuff. Been there, done that. So it's a great way to kind of get a feel for the game, also before you start doing your main missions if you've never played this game. So that's not a bad idea. We gotta. These are some of the weapons I already have from prior campaigns made available to me. Everything in a Maria's shop. We'll see that here shortly. Okay. Light machine guns. These are all. This here. Yeah, these here are all the Sector 3. You have to be part of a raid to have that available to you. That's mission specific to get that. So there you have that. Okay, we're good. Let's see what else is going to show us here. I'll come back to the dashboard. Alright. So let's go. It says new faction missions available. I'll show you that too. Let's go talk to Holt. This is Holt from Wildlands. My best bud here.
Holt. Hey. How are you, man?
Nomad. Who's left? Who made it?
Hey, you just relax, pal. I'm doing what I can.
You damn superhero. Here. Here's another superpower.
I can't find Midas. But Weaver... Hey, just relax, pal. We'll take care of it, alright?
And the Wasp.
Yeah. And with the comms blackout, I can't reach the ship. But I'll talk to Matt Schultz, the big guy. He might have a boat I can use. Don't you worry. I'll come back with some help.
Go.
Alright. Alright. So now you can pin the missions. See the upper left hand corner. You can pin 3 missions at a time. Activities and missions. This is a tutorial. There's special operations. There's objectives. Faction missions. Main missions. Storyline. There's 3 episodes. As you can see. Over here are your side missions. Over here are your faction missions. There's 2 forms. Here are your spec op missions. This here is your Ghost War missions if you're going to be doing Ghost Wars. I've actually never done one because I don't have 3 other people to do it with. And these are your objectives. It can be intel in the way of collectibles, information, weapons attachments, certain challenges to improve your guys, relics of the ancients. I can't remember what that is. Let's see. Oh yeah. So that's also kind of a spec op thing, if I remember correctly. So yeah, so that's the dashboard. If it's indentured, you can't access it. So obviously, let's see what's going on with my skills here. It looks like I got a thing here. Got 1 skill point, means I can improve somewhere. What do I want to improve? Do I want to put some personal? Maybe. Pistoletero, no. XP bonus. No. 6th Sense, not yet. What's this? Thermal? Yeah, thermal's good. I'll get that right now, since I have the sewer point. I use thermal all the time on my good eyes. Alright, so you'll see the new mission. We can checkmate that if I want. Now it's talking about, lets me know about AIs.
Our mission here has been hard. So many lost. So many suffering. My closest allies. My brothers. Cut down by a man we once trusted. But we are ghosts. Alone, we are formidable. Together, we are unstoppable. Others have survived here, and I have found the deadliest. As a team, we will take the fight to our enemies. We will avenge our fallen.
This is actually a new cutscene from one. I'd never seen this one before. This is new to me. I don't remember it.
Available at any point after you have reached Erewhon for the first time, Fury, Fix-It, and Vasily can be activated or dismissed at will. And from the beginning, you will be able to fully customize them. This customization includes all of the physical attributes, as well as gear, equipment, or even full costumes. Your teammates can be tweaked just as much as your main character, and they will always follow your own behavior. If you decide to go stealth, they will equip silencers and crouch, or go prone when possible. But if you decide to go loud and open fire, they will stick by your side. When deployed, you can issue different orders to your teammates through the order wheel. There are 4 different orders you can give to your teammates. You can tell them to regroup on your location, to hold their current position, to go to a specific location, and to open fire on nearby enemies. These orders can be given at any time, even through your binoculars and drone. Once they approach potential threats, the teammates will notify you and mark them automatically.
Got a hostile.
With a good look at your enemies, you will be able to set up a sync shot where each of your teammates picks a target. You can even link it to your 3 sync shot drones for a simultaneous 7-target takedown. The teammates have weapons equipped at all times, a versatile assault rifle to accommodate all situations, and a primary weapon that you will be able to fine-tune. Indeed, apart from mark upgrades and passive bonuses, the full gunsmith is accessible to your teammates, and their weapon of choice will have a direct effect on the battleground. Depending on the type of weapon they have equipped, the teammates will adapt their engagement distance and rate of fire, from close-distance shotgun wielding all the way to long-distance sniper shots. Of course, if you get taken down, the teammates' priority will be to try and rescue you. To achieve that, they will first focus their fire on the surrounding enemies before getting to you. And they will expect the same from you, especially as you will be able to carry them to safety if the situation requires it. We'll see you on the battlefield, Ghosts.
Alright, so you got all that? We'll talk through that as it comes up. Yeah, enable teammates. You got your own, and then you can also do, let me show you. Where are they? There's also an availability for the, we're not going to put my AIs on yet. We will later. But I'll do this on my time, not yours. You can also activate you can get the Rainbow Six Siege for team as on your team as well, but you have to complete the Spec Op Operation Amber Sky to get those. So, but you can have 2 different sets of teams, one Rainbow Six, one of your your own. So that's that. All right, so no, we don't need to do that. Can't change me. There we go. Yeah, I can't change vision mode in here. No, you can't really do much here in Erewhon. It's all locked up. Part of the program. See, I can't hold my weapons. Nothing like that. So, all right. So you see how the mission cursor icon is a broken line. That's because we haven't activated it yet. So I'm not going to activate it just yet. I want to take you through. We'll come back to Maria because she's got some things for us to do. Personally, I would see stuff out of the way. I'll show you. Like this is our guy. He's going to tell you about Ghost Wars. He's your access for Ghost Wars. Go back in if you want to talk to him. He has a bunch.
You're a little far from home, aren't you?
He has a lot to
You're
say.
on work. This is no vacation.
You don't look like the typical tourist. In fact, you look like you have a little bit of soldiering.
Well, what's your story?
I came here looking for a little peace. Instead, I found the wolves.
Sounds like we have a common enemy. What can you tell me about them?
I've been doing recon on those pricks for months now. They're different than regular Sentinel. They're more like you. They're highly specialized. They work in small teams and they're lethal. They got their own op sites all to themselves. They hardly ever leave. They just train.
I'll have to pay them a visit.
What? You got a death wish? You can't fight them alone. They're too good. You'll need a full team to take them on.
Not true.
They count you in.
Like I said, I came here looking for peace. But that doesn't mean I can't tell you where to find a fight.
I did my whole first campaign in solo.
Let me know when you're ready. You'll
No
need
problem.
a team, so either bring your own
All the
or
way.
I'll help you find one. Then I'll show you where to find Wolves' current offsite. You can get down to business.
All right. He's got more to say.
Rowan, you got a little military in you.
I guess I still look the part. Hard to wash that stink off, huh?
Tell me about it. Who are you with?
Army, 10th Mountain.
Good. That ought to come in handy.
Can't tell who you're with, though. I'd call that a non-standard uniform.
We need deniability sometimes. And honestly, I wear what's comfortable. They let us get away with a lot.
Ah, you're one of those people.
I guess I am.
Reckon you can't tell me the name of your unit.
I could, but...
You'd have to kill me. Right. So, where were you before?
Okay, so I was in the Marine Corps. Let's pick Marines.
2nd 4 Consuelo 6, and I helped stand up Marsoc.
A Marine, huh? Shit. I fought with you guys in Afghanistan back in '05.
Shit,
Tough
that's
bastards.
I was
15
there
years
in
before
05,
that.
Up in the Karango.
Well, I'm glad you're here now.
Wish I could say the same.
Before there was
Come
a
on. I never
Marsop.
met a Marine who wasn't up for a good fight.
You mean you never met a Marine that couldn't win a good fight?
There's gonna be a lot of fighting to do before this thing is over.
Then we'll just have to improvise, adapt, and overcome. So, Rowan, how is it that you settled here on Aroa?
Ah, you know, classic stuff. Came to the island, found peace, didn't mind the neighbors until they pulled out the killer drones. The usual.
All right, so that's all the conversation. Then you say goodbye.
See you later.
Cool. The battlefield will need more blood. Makes the green grass grow, right?
If you want to run through that again, you can. I'll show you. Just interest in the sake of discussion. Go back to discuss. and then you can choose different options. We already did fighting. Oh, we're done. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
I'll see you later.
Cool.
All right.
The battlefield will need more blood.
So if you're an army,
Makes
you
the
want to hear what
green
they have to say
grass
about
grow.
rangers, or you
Right.
want you're a SEAL, you want to hear what he has to say about SEALs. It's pretty funny. At some point, I think you can access them again. Maybe you have to go in and out of Erewhon. I'm not sure, but I know you can. All right. So before we go to Maria, I just want to show you some other conversations you're gonna have and who to talk to. All right.
Keep an eye on any stocks.
This is Mad Schultz. He's the guy you see for the main missions right here. Okay. Notice his icon is also a broken yellow, so that's all right. Let's see what happens when we talk to him without hitting the yellow. All right. We don't want to do main mission. Faction missions. He'll tell you about faction missions. But let's hit the discuss first.
Lucky you found this place.
Rowan Brown knew about this place for a while. We figured sacred ground always makes good sanctuary.
That's pretty damp, though.
It's still a work in progress, all right? We've managed to stay under the radar so far. With all of you, our people, a bunch of Skeltech employees. I don't think you've got room to complain.
Hey, I'm not complaining. This place is great. It'd be a pretty island without all the military contractors and killer drones.
Used to be. I get some leave and just walk. I'd spend whole weeks just walking around with a pack on my shoulder.
Oh, well, I'm probably getting my share of sightseeing.
These islands have changed hands so much, it's like a time capsule. I keep telling myself, one day, I'll get back out there, just see it all again before I'm too old to make the trip. Then again, who knows how far I'd get now.
You don't look like Skeltech employees.
No. I used to be a Marine at the naval station here. Some of the folks you see, like Maria, my old lady, they lived on the station with their families. When the Navy shut the place down in the 90s, a few of us stayed and homesteaded. We worked a long time to make a place for ourselves on Aroa.
Now, you're in Sentinel's way.
Most of my people are holing up here for now. I ain't been home in a dog's age, but I'll stand by any man or woman in green. You soldiers can stay as long as you don't cause trouble. And you lend a hand.
We appreciate it.
Alright, then you hit the goodbye.
I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Now, there was some other conversation there that we didn't get, so let's see if we can go back in and get it. New clue, Mad Schultz on the origins of the Homesteaders. Alright, this just is context, a transcript of what he talked to you about, if you ever want to go back in there. It's an exact transcript. Resolve that because we got everything out of that we can on that particular piece of information. You'll see these that are highlighted in exclamation points. And this will tell you, see, look at this. Clue. It tells you how to get the clue. Yeah. See one of these that have an exclamation point. Clue. It tells you what mission you have to complete, and then what you gotta do. Then you gotta ask Mad and Erewhon about the camouflage. So that's what that's about. All right. So there was more on Mad's mind, I think. Let's see. Nope, you got all out.
I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Alright, let's see what he has to say about faction missions. We don't necessarily have to engage in one. That way you know what those are. Right there. Okay. Alright. Then over here in the orange, right, you have
Not since last week.
you have the side
Everything's
missions
fine.
source.
Hello. I'm not gonna hurt you.
And if you want the mission, you just click it and then she'll tell you all about it. Alright. Then over here, we'll do one of each at first before we get out of here. Let's see. There's another. Oh yeah, this is she's one that... Let's see what she has to say.
How do you fit into this whole Skeltech design?
I was the head of the civic engineering department.
This is what I mean by getting all this conversation out of the way. If you want to know what's going on in the game before you kick it off, you have
sort of
most
I built
possible
on top
intel.
Of what the New Zealand and U.S. military started. Every culture has to do that. Build on top of existing infrastructure. The older the culture, the more infrastructure is already in place, the harder it is to modernize. That's why Europe is such a mess.
Why not just tear it up and start over?
Once you build something, like roads, you don't want to unbuild them. Plus, Skell wanted to keep all the existing structures in place as a way to preserve the island.
That seems like a pain in the ass.
I don't mind a challenge. That's what makes me so good at what I do.
So I guess your roads are going to be a problem for the next person that comes here to design infrastructure.
I doubt it. By the time my roads need to be reworked, people will be flying around Aroa on jetpacks.
All these drones must use a massive amount of power.
We use more electricity than most third world countries.
So if we pull the plug, we can shut the whole operation down.
There's no plug. The whole island is powered by a diverse, renewable power grid. There are multiple power sources, and no one source powers everything. And all the power sources are renewable. None of them need fuel.
So you built a lethal drone army and gave it unlimited power. No one thought that might be a problem?
Skell insisted our power came from environmentally friendly sources. We have the cleanest power grid on Earth. Also the most expensive. Maybe people like you are the reason Skell had to build his utopia way out here in the middle of nowhere.
How many of these renewable power sources are there?
There's a massive solar panel farm outside Liberty and wind turbines on the west coast. There are also 2 oceanic geothermal plants in the channels between the islands. Those are powered by cold water from Antarctica and warm water from the Pacific.
There must be some kind of battery where they store all the excess power.
Just north of Liberty, there's a dam. Inside are flywheel capacitors. That's where the energy is stored.
Sounds like you built this power grid to be rock solid. I guess it's gonna be impossible to turn the lights off.
Sorry, I built this place to last.
That's the scary thing about this World 2.0 you built. It can't be rebooted. What kind of air traffic do you get on the island?
Before the perimeter of drones made leaving the island impossible, the only people flying in or out were investors or vacationers. To be honest, we've never had much air traffic. Why do you ask?
Saw an airport earlier. We might be able to land a bird in there.
To evacuate people?
Or explore. I'm just spitballing here.
The Aroa airport near Infinity has the big runway, but that's where all the international flights come in.
Any smaller airstrips? Somewhere that can land helos.
Try Liberty Airport. We use it for internal jumper flights. If you're snooping around there, just be careful. Sentinel uses both of them, so they're crawling with security.
What's with the fancy net there on Erewhon's crater?
Well, it's hardly a net, but yes, it is fancy. It's bleeding-edge, multi-layered camouflage equipment that blocks visibility with surrounding environmental patterns. More importantly, it fools the drones. It's how I keep Erewhon hidden and virtually impossible to find.
So it works the way a chameleon would, blending into the background.
A little more advanced, but yes. The fabric uses a signature management system that disrupts thermal patterns, infrared wavelengths, and radio emissions so drones can't run their recognition algorithms. It won't fool the human eye. I mean, if somebody was looking at a drone feed, they might notice something weird, but...
Nobody can check thousands of hours of video feed on Aroa.
Right. It makes hiding things from drones pretty easy. They can't respond to what they don't see. It was developed by Skeltech. Luckily, I just so happen to know how to hijack it. Now Erewhon can remain safe for at least a little while.
I like your style, Jericho. I'll see you around.
Sure, I'll be seeing you.
Alright, that's her, and that's who you talk to for the raids. I'll show you. See that there? Does she have anything else on her mind? She does not. Okay.
I'll see you around.
Sure, I'll be seeing you.
Let's see how much time we got here. Got pretty much all the preliminaries done here. Let's see if there's anybody. I don't think there's anybody else to talk to.
Crazy.
I'm not going to pin any missions yet. Alright, so let's take a look at our map. It's showing missing in action, check on Holt. Use the radio to access new missions right from the top. And finding a way off the island. So 1, 2, 3, plus we got some side missions here. Okay. And then I think Maria has an objective for us as well. That's over here. But and we'll do that when we come back. So see if she has something to say.
Hey Nomad, I got something you might find interesting.
I need to be brought up to speed on the situation here.
Hell, I don't know much. We try to stay away from what goes on the other side of the island. But lately, things have just gotten so you can't ignore it anymore.
What's been happening? Try to remember every detail you can.
Let's see. I guess it all started when the Skell headquarters was bombed. After that, everything changed. They brought in the security company, Sentinel. They were supposed to keep everything safe, but then it all went to shit.
You mean Skell went missing?
Missing? They said terrorists kidnapped him.
You believe that?
Hell no. They're making all that stuff up.
Why would they do that?
I have no idea. The only thing I can say for sure is ever since he went missing, Sentinel got a lot more aggressive. They're looking everywhere for Skell. They want him bad.
Listen, I'm gonna need to gear up, but I didn't exactly bring much cash on this trip.
If you're asking for money, I can't help you. Wish I could, but look, I need to buy my stock, and with things as they are...
Don't worry, I'll find a way to get what I need. Just tell me what people use to buy things on Aroa.
Well, the good news is everyone takes American dollars and New Zealand dollars. But they're pretty rare. Most people use something called Screds. It's some kind of computer money Skeltech came up with. Cryptocurrency, I think they call it. You can buy things with it just like regular money. Bunch of hooey, if you ask me.
What do I need to access it?
Oh, it's everywhere. It's virtual, you see? You can find it on just about any computer, or cell phones, or data pads. Hell, even the drones and relay antennas can get them. They're floating all around in signals, or some such thing.
Well, then I guess I'll be making some withdrawals.
Alright. So that's that for now.
There is safe out there.
There is more conversation to be had. Next time you come back to Aurora. Let me make sure. See if there's anything. There's nothing else from Holt. Alright. I'm going to shut it down here. When we come back on the next episode, we'll start getting into action on the main missions. Maybe we'll do this first side mission since it's close, and go from there. I want to thank you all for watching on my YouTube channel, Sergeant Devil Dog Dave, The Silent Wars. I will see you next time. Hoorah and Semper Fi.